In the shadowy depths of Transylvania, nestled between ancient mountains and misty valleys, there was a small, hidden castle known as Castle Bloodthorn. It was home to an eccentric vampire named Count Vladislav, who, despite his fearsome reputation, had a peculiar obsession. He adored chew toys. Not for the typical pets, but rather for himself. Unlike his vampire brethren who roamed the night in search of blood, Vladislav found great pleasure in nibbling on the odd chew toy he crafted himself. His favorite was a peculiar toy shaped like a little bat, with squishy rubber ears, sparkling red eyes, and the faintest hint of strawberry scent. One stormy night, while rummaging through his collection of oddities, Vladislav decided it was time to create something new, a chew toy that was worthy of a vampire king. He summoned his loyal assistant, Igor, a clumsy but endearing ghoul. "Igor, fetch me the finest materials from the darkest corners of this castle." Igor scurried around, collecting enchanted threads woven from spider silk plush fabric dyed in the deepest shades of crimson and a touch of bat guano for good luck. Under the flickering glow of candles, the Count began his work. After hours of sewing, biting and shaping, he finally unveiled his masterpiece, a plush chew toy shaped like a tiny chubby vampire, complete with dazzling fangs and a tiny cape that billowed dramatically in the imaginary wind. He named it Chewy. Vladislav couldn't wait to sink his fangs into Chewy and savor its delightful texture. The next night, as the moon hung high, Vladislav buried his fangs into Chewy's soft form, feeling an overwhelming wave of joy. Each satisfying chew echoed through the castle, making the windows rattle. However, as he chewed, he noticed a strange shimmer coming from the toy. To his astonishment, with each chew, a magical energy began to envelop the room. Glittering sparks danced around him, slowly transforming the once gloomy castle into a vibrant wonderland. Flowers bloomed from stone walls, and the air filled with the sweet scent of candy. Vladislav could hardly believe his eyes. Chewy was not just a chew toy, it was enchanted. The more he chewed, the brighter the world around him became. Taking notice of the change, Igor peeked into the room, his eyes wide with wonder.
"Master, what is happening?"
It seems that this toy has a magic of its own. It brings joy and life to the castle with each bite. And so, every night, Vladislav munched away at Chewy, creating a symphony of magic that transformed Castle Bloodthorn. Lively vines crept along the walls, sparkling lights lit up the dark corners, and laughter replaced the previous silence that had engulfed the castle for centuries. News of the enchanted castle and its playful vampire spread far and wide. Creatures from all over Transylvania began to visit, enthralled by the magic and joy that surrounded Count Vladislav. They were welcomed with open arms, and every night blossomed into grand parties filled with merriment, where Vladislav would proudly showcase Chewy, his beloved chew toy, that had not only delighted his taste buds, but had also rejuvenated his spirit. In time, Chewy became a symbol of his joyful reign, reminding all that even a vampire could find happiness in the simple pleasures of life. As for Count Vladislav, he learned that sometimes the act of enjoying something as simple as a chew toy could transform not only a castle, but also a lonely heart into one filled with joy and camaraderie. And from that day forth, the vampire chew toy brought magic to all who dared to embrace its charm, proving that even in the darkest of places, light and laughter could flourish.